Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will discuss regarding that map versus flat map. This is another main important interview question that they are asking whenever you will go for as a data engineer role. So because it's a very basic question, and that interviewer is expecting that you should have the clear idea regarding this map versus flat map. So map is basically so first we'll discuss about what is map. So map transform each item into one item. So whenever we have one-to-one mapping on that scenario, we will go with the map. And when we have that, like transform each data into many items, then flatten the result on that scenario, we will go for flat map. So when to use map, we'll see the scenario. So you have to change each elements if you want to change each element but keep the same structure and size, then on that scenario we will use that map. So suppose you have that number 123 and you want to double this number. So you just simply written the code and into 2 map, you have applied the map and into 2, so it will simply double this value. But here you can see the length is same of the output, so here the we can apply that map. Same scenario if we have like name Alice and Bob, and you want to split that, basically you have applied name on top of that map on top of that name, so it will give that Alice and Bob value. It will give one element in, one element out, no nesting problem will be there. So use map when you call back return single value. That scenario will use that map. When map is not enough, the problem is, so suppose you have example like hello world. I'll just give you here. So suppose we have this kind of example and you want to apply map on this and you want to split this words. So sentence dot map as split. Based on a space, you want to split the value. Okay. So what will happen? It will return the nested array, nested kind of thing. This value it will return. So still here, if you will see, we have the number of element is only 2 in one array. So this kind of issue we can face whenever we will apply that. We will apply that map on where we need that like one to many scenario. So on the scenario, we will use that flat map. So here you can see we are founding array of array. So sometimes this, if we want, we can use it. If we not, then in this scenario, we need to use that flat map. Okay. So flat map is basically one input and it can be 0, 1 or many outputs. So it will flatten the data used when output is a collection. So uh, you have one item, then turn, if you want to turn multiple items, then on scenario we will use that flat map. So same example, if you will here, if you saw this example, right? So here, if you will see, if we applied that flat map on top of this value, so it will simply give one single array with hello comma world comma map comma flat map. This kind of value it will return. So a nested array kind of things it will remove. It will simply return that value. So So whenever we will use a flat map, it will splitting the string, expanding relationship between user and post, flatting plus mapping the same time, avoiding map, and it will use that flat map. I'll give you one example so you can understand better. So suppose you have one array. Okay, and result you want. I'm not defining any variable, so this is map and comma and return. So what value it should return? So it will return it it will create one nested array because we have applied that um map. So it will give you the um three elements of array. So 1 comma 2, 2 comma 4, and again 3 comma 6. This value it will return. It will return like this. So this kind of issue we can face whenever we need that single array. Basically, we need to flatten the data, but we are applying that map. So it will not flatten that. That's whatever the number of input will be there, it will give you the similar output. So uh, whenever we have scenario that when we want to flatten our data, then we will use that flat map. If we need like one-to-one mapping, whatever number of input, the same result, same number of output you want in output, then we will use that map. So if you will say in interview like that, if your map functions return a collection, then in the scenario we need to use that flat map. So that's it from my end for today's video. We'll come up with another video in next upcoming video. Thank you so much for watching.